Okay, so here's the deal. Before I even get into what was said, let me just say this. First of all, the fella on your screen, that is Scrap Deleon, former rapper who now manages his brother Sap. Of course, they're on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 5 right now currently. And I just want to say this. I'm not saying that the family are a bunch of fake gangsters. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that they're some fake hustlers. I'm not saying that your boy Scrap is a mama's boy. I wouldn't say something like that. I'm not going to question this family's gangster because I'm not going to get my head chopped off. I'm not saying they're fake. Your boy Lyndon Smith said that these people are fake and that your boy Scrap is a mama's boy and that there's some fake hustlers. I believe that they're real hustlers. They got themselves on reality TV, didn't they? And none of them are in jail. Now that's some hustler gangster shit, especially with what they were accused of. Now, if you guys don't know what they were accused of, pretty much Scrap and Sap allegedly beat the living shit out of Lyndon Smith and threw him in a trunk. And he thankfully survived when police pulled him over for a routine traffic stop. I guess like something was a riot or whatever. Anyway, they ended up finding him in the trunk of the car and basically he ended up surviving, thankfully. But he did almost die. There's even pictures of him on the internet, basically on a gurney. And I'll talk about that another time, which I talked about it before, but I have some updated information. But anyways, here's what Lyndon Smith had to say about it all on social media. He said, I received several calls from several people informing me of my attempted murderer's family and their appearance on Love and Hip Hop, so-called gangster or killer family. These people are nothing but imposters, pretending to be something they're not. Their true identity is nothing more than backstabbers and deceivers. Young men raised by a mother full of hatred and bitterness who suffers from self-hate and abuse as a child, which she has transcended and instilled into her 2 sons, who are nothing but mama boys, who can't stand on their own 2 feet. Will, or Scrap Deleon, Ninja, I took you to get your ponytail cut. You came home crying because you were tired of the other kids calling you a girl. And your mama wanted you to have long hair. You tried to take my life to hide the fact that you let Dollar get killed at the Beverly Center in Los Angeles. And you ran like a coward and didn't get a scratch. But you want to kill me, the ninja who killed Dollar. You ain't try take his life. And he right there in Atlanta. Fake gangsters, hustlers, y'all mama boy imposters. KK King, aka KK. I know the real you. You can't hold that mask up forever. To be continued. Signed, Dead Man Tell No Lies. End quote. Damn. He went all the way in. I mean, he went balls deep and tap danced. Wow. But you know, the funny thing about this is, you know for sure he wrote this because this wasn't proofread. And anyways, I'm okay. Let me not get on grammar and punctuation and spelling and whatnot, because you know I'm not a grammar Nazi, but damn, this guy right here, I mean, when they said to hit the books, he literally must have hit the books with his hand. When they say hit the books, they mean read the motherfuckers. I mean, I'm not trying to shade Mr. Lyndon Smith. I'm just saying that he doesn't know the difference between KNOW and NO, but hey, it's all good. I'm just glad that he's alive. I'm glad that he's not in a trunk anywhere anymore. So congratulations, Mr. Smith. I mean, you're here, you've arrived, and you're talking that shit on social media, and I love it because we're getting the other side of the story. Now, I haven't heard Miss KK King, you know, speak about the whole situation yet. I would love to interview her and her sons on my radio show, but also I would like to interview Mr. Smith as well to get more of his side of the story, because I know that with this being said, could you imagine what the whole story really is? I mean, she was on America's Most Wanted. She was on the run. I think it was for like a year. So the story is freaking nuts. They kidnapped him, beat him up, threw him in a trunk, and I guess they were going to kill him, but they didn't. So the story is just a mess, man. And for him to basically call out the Dollar situation now too, this is just getting worse and worse, man. But I need to know what Scrap, what Sap, and what Karen thinks about this. Yes, Jesus. And speaking of Jesus, why does your boy Scrap Deleon look like Black Jesus in that selfie? And why did Lyndon nail him to a cross? He whooped him and nailed him to a stick. Yes, Jesus. Well, this is just all my opinion. Just because I think that tongue lashing was something else doesn't mean that you think it was. Maybe you thought his bars were whack. I thought that was a pretty good verse. But anyways, enough about that fly rhyme that he just kicked. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at meatmagazinescrap. You need to get on your microphone or your Twitter and spit something. I don't care if you release a diss record. I don't care if you release a diss tweet. We need to know your side of the story, brother. So come on, speak up. Sap, speak up. Karen, speak up. I'm just saying. Meat Magazine.